Did you know it's almost impossible to get into a brunch spot in Vancouver on weekends? This morning, we're heading to Liberty Cafe and Restaurant, a Filipino place. Even the spot had a 40 minutes wait. Ouch. After finally getting seated, we all started with lattes. I got my usual ube latte. So delicious. I ordered a steak egg benedict and Jason went for the chicken and waffles. Jason was bummed out. He only got half a waffle instead of a whole waffle. Now we're off to a new adventure. Can you guess where we're headed? Here's a hint. We're in the middle of nowhere with cows and farmland all around.
맛있나 이모가 뭐래? 호순이 일어나봐.
If you guess Abbotsford, ding ding, you guessed it right. Known for its natural disaster flooding and surprisingly pricey houses, with detached houses hitting the million mark. The tulip fields here are stunning. I think Abbotsford might have the biggest tulip field in British Columbia. There's 28 acres of flowers. Wow, quite impressive. We saw beautiful tulips and peonies, but couldn't spot any meadows. We bought our tickets online in advance, so it was only $15 each. But if you buy them at the door or last minute, it's a steep $20 per person. They're pretty strict about the entry times, and there are no refunds even if it rains. Plus, there's a $20 fine if you damage the flowers, so we had to literally tiptoe through the tulips. This place was so impressive. They have 5 million tulips in this field. Isn't that crazy? And there are over 100 varieties. There are all different kinds of flowers available from April to September. Abbotsford might be a bit far away from Vancouver, but if you're in the area, I highly suggest stopping by. It was really cold and then it started to rain, so we headed back to our car. Bye bye, Abbotsford! Perhaps we'll be back soon. So my aunt, her husband, and her dog are heading back to Korea tomorrow. Before going home, my aunt needed to buy a souvenir gift for her sister-in-law. We decided to stop by MacArthur Glen Designer Outlet. I remember asking, what does she like? And I was told something expensive. In the end, they got an orange macaque hoodie. Look at his ass. Isn't he cute? It's a small tail. The dog was so tired that he slept soundly in the car. He must have been exhausted. For dinner, I prepared some fish and chips. The next day, after my aunt left for Korea, Coco got all his space back and was finally free to relax. No more barking dog, just peace and quiet. Just look at him, completely passed out and loving it. I'm getting ready to go out to just a Thai restaurant, but I want to look nice, so I kind of did a updo hair and curled my front, wearing like this little pink dress. Yeah. I'll click.
Sorry. You won't get to see Henry, Michelle, or Abel. Yeah, so basically...
Hey guys, so today is apparently Earth Day and Jason got me my own garden. Grow your own pepper garden. Jalapeno, cayenne, and serrano. And he bought me a little pot with some soil. And apparently, yeah, it's Earth Day. I have no idea what you're supposed to do on Earth Day, but I'm going to contribute to the environment by planting my own garden. Yay! I finally finished. And I labeled all my peppers. Hopefully they'll grow very nicely and healthy as well. I know in the past with my previous experience with planting, all of my plants have died, so hopefully these 3 will live and I can actually make some maybe chili oil or kimchi time! I started by salting the napa cabbage in advance and cutting the radish into pieces. I also whipped up a thick flavorful sauce to season the veggies. Can't wait to see how it turns out. I'm making sure that each napa cabbage leaf is seasoned properly. I thought I was going to run out of paste, but thankfully I had the perfect amount. To be honest, when I cook, I never measure. I just go with what my gut tells me. Even this kimchi I'm making isn't following a recipe. I'm just winging it with my knowledge of Korean food. I've had few experiences before, making it with my family in Korea, with family friends, and even with Jason. Next, I'm going to wrap the cabbage tightly into a ball before putting it down inside the kimchi container. I'm really going to press down to make sure everything inside is well compressed. The kimchi will ferment and should be ready to eat as early as 2 weeks. If you wait longer, the kimchi becomes more fermented and it becomes the perfect ingredient for cooking various Korean dishes. I usually buy frozen dumplings in stores, but I thought why not make it myself at home? I made a bulgogi filling, and when Jason ate it later on, he told me it tasted just like the Bibigo supermarket dumplings. Ooh, am I doing it right? I don't even know. I think this was my first time making dumplings, and I really struggled. I don't even know if I can make the tulip shape. Kind of weird. I begged Jason to help me, but in the end, we both ended up kind of failing, even after watching some videos on how to crimp dumplings. It's going too fast. I need to slow down so I can actually understand what's happening.
I don't really know either. I'm also really bad at it. That's the problem. Like you're asking someone for help who like also really sucks at making dumplings. See, like mine also.
Well, how did you do it like this? Wow!
You're just folding it on itself.
What? I don't understand what's happening.
Okay. Honestly, mine just look terrible. Just do them normally.
Who's seen his mom made these dumplings but doesn't know how to do them?
My mom does them like this.
What?
Yeah, my mom just does them like that.
What? I thought your mom does it like the professional way that you were showing me
she's
from
not
TikTok.
lazy.
How did you get this?
He like, what he's doing is he's like folding it over itself, like here, he folds it like that, kind of like he's folding the dumpling like this over itself on one end. I just don't know how he's getting it to look so nice.
I'm sure if you practice, you'll eventually get it. I don't even know what you're doing, so I'm just doing it like the regular
problem is,
pierogi way.
When I primp them,
Yeah.
it makes the dumpling really small.
Okay, but how does he make his like nice and curved?
Well, it naturally curves.
I just ta-da! Okay, so I know it's not perfect, but I think this was good practice. All these pleated ones are the ones that Jason practiced. I didn't even try to attempt because it looked too difficult. But I did all of these, and then these, and these. And these ones are all done by Jason. I have to admit, presentation-wise, they didn't look all that nice, but they tasted pretty good. I have a friend who doesn't eat meat coming over next week, so I decided to make some vegetarian dumplings for her. Instead of using meat, I used tofu. Ta-da! Jason completely gave up on making dumplings after the bulgogi ones, so I made the vegetarian ones by myself. Once they were all done, I froze each dumpling separately to prevent them from sticking, and then moved them to a plastic Ziploc bag. For dinner, I decided to eat up Hot Empire because they had sukiyaki, a Japanese broth that I've been craving, while Jason got the spicy malatang. I liked how they provided a lot of different kinds of sides, like plenty of vegetables and tofu, but I felt that the meat was really lacking, which is like the most important part of a hot pot. Wouldn't you say so? With the wedding date getting closer, I've been feeling a mix of emotions. To cheer me up, Jason got me a bouquet of flowers after work. I guess he could sense the anxiety and tension when he's home with me. Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more content.